This is what you see when you land on the landing page. You've got words that rotate. You've also got this navigation section. Usually on sites you see actually words saying here like home, information, etc. We decided to go with icons. When you look in the background, you'll see these particles, and as I move my mouse, it's almost like this effect is running on the particles. When you scroll, you'll also see all the different animations, and also when you hover on an icon, it also has the animation. Then you have different multiple cards here, takes you through it all. Same thing here with different type of cards that reveals when you hover over them. Different infrastructure here where you come and you can actually view the embedded training. There we go into the evolution of business growth and how that all came about now with AI. Then we have comparison tables, also looking at the icons. All animated, positioned, all structured. Then we have the quote from the founders here, also an application form with frequently asked questions and also animations. And you can see there's a subtle effect on the background particles as that's been made barely visible, but you can still see the effects, which is extremely subtle and smooth. Also notice as I'm scrolling how these top right sections in the navigation area moves automatically between the sections. Building a simple, effective landing page used to mean weeks of back and forth, getting developers synced up, and a budget that never quite seemed to make sense. Most founders, creators, and entrepreneurs know that AI promises to change that. But here's the reality. Every new model drops, and every platform claims to be the game changer. You're stuck choosing between tools that sound identical, but the truth is the data will tell us what really works. Today, we're putting two major players to a real-world test. Replit, running on Claude for Sonnet and Claude for Opus, and then the new Grok 4. We're giving both the exact same prompts and the exact same instructions to build out a landing page for Scale.io. No marketing fluff, no high-level theories, just a transparent process to see which one delivers. We're looking for true operational clarity. Just a quick note, this comparison is for my specific project. Your results will vary based on your needs and how you structure your prompts and what platforms you use. This is for educational purposes only, a way to practice discernment, not advice. This one is for founders, creators, entrepreneurs who need to move fast and find the lowest hanging fruit without getting trapped in the analysis paralysis. So, are you ready to see what platform has better alignment when things get practical? Let's get that going. Alright guys, so as you can see on my screen, this is an application design specification template. By the way, I drop it down for you guys at no cost in the description below. But what this essentially does, every single time I start, whether it's an app, whether it's a landing page, whether it's a full-fledged website, I ensure that I take all of these instructions into consideration and bring that into the platform. So we've got the core architecture, we've got key user functionalities, memory and performance optimizations, API infrastructures, expanded breakdown with key user flows, scalability considerations, the security architecture, recommended builds, etc. Now what you want to do is you want to take the prompt, whichever AI platform you're using, and you want to tell the AI platform what it is that you're looking to build. You can do it in natural language, no need to try to fill this out by yourself. Once AI has got a clear understanding of what it is that you're looking to build, paste this template inside of the chat and just tell that LLM to fill out the template accordingly. Then what you want to do, you want to go over to your building platform. So here you will see I pasted create this website and ensure to follow the instructions, the design spec, and ensure the copy is added correctly. I've also attached the code for certain sections of the build, for example the hero section and the text rotation within the hero section. So here is the prompt template that's filled out and pasted. There's also code for the specific requests, like for example the text that scrolls in the hero section, and then there's also different animation code that's pasted inside there, as well as the UI instructions and as well as the hero section. Now with this being pasted in Replit, I went over to Grok 4 and did the exact same thing. However, you would see the differences between the two. It takes the big chunks of copy and it almost attaches it as files, which I think is highly beneficial, whereas here you drop everything in one chat. So as you can see, this is extremely long. And by the way, great stuff for Grok to be able to go and read through all of this. and then take that instructions and bring whatever it is you want to life. So as you will see here with Replit, again, it doesn't just start off to give you the exact site, right? You need to build, you need to prompt, and you need to troubleshoot. So this has been taking quite a bit of time, as you can see here, but taking that into consideration, we had the same situation with Grok, and with Grok things are extremely different, right? It's not a full-fledged developer that does the front end that you can naturally code. It's a bit more technical now. Ensuring that we understand it, it was quite a mission. I pasted everything in here, and what we got after a lot of prompting was this. Okay, like there's some nice hovering animations with effects, but yeah, I didn't really take everything into consideration, where with Replit it did quite well within the structure of what we wanted. Now every single time I change something, if I need to add something, it becomes problematic. Either the code breaks or it completely rewrites all the code. It wouldn't necessarily go into a specific area and change the code. Inside of this process with Grok, as mentioned, that's really been quite a challenge, is getting Grok to fully comprehend the changes that needs to be made in order to get us to where we want with this site. Now, Grok didn't fully understand, so I uploaded a screenshot of the entire site, going through it and screenshotting this entire site, dropping it in there. Also, I exported code from where the site was actually built. Then what I did, I also gave it code for each page and I uploaded it, and it still just didn't fit what we wanted. So when there's a change that's being made and you go into preview, I mean, you can see it's just not getting it, right? It got certain components of it, but certainly not getting it. As you can see here on the side, I mean, this has been a lot of prompting and a lot of time spent on it. So what I then thought was, this is what we saw. Let's test Grok in another area. Let's upload the entire code and see if we can get something happening. And I'm stuck here. I gave it the website, you gave it code for the site, and yet nothing came up. So I'm not going to troubleshoot this any further, but that's just to show the process that you will go through in order to build something great. And I'm not saying that you won't, I'm just saying it's going to be much more technical, and it is going to take a lot of your time in comparison to what Replit did. So if I go back to Replit and scroll down to the end, there's a lot that we've done in order to get the site where it's at, but the understanding is extremely important. Where if I come in here and I say preview is not showing the site, let's quickly see here. Yeah, it's just black. I'll just say screen is black. Then what will happen is, yeah, I'm not even sure what happened. Okay, so it completely removed that code. It's giving me separate coding files, but this is not what we want, right? We want to ensure that the site can be built, at least on here, and what you can then do is you go over to Replit, and by the way, thanks Matt Palmer for suggesting this. This is extremely helpful. It depends on the platform, but Grok likes HTML. So what you do is you say create app, you say choose template, you search HTML, and you can choose the auto refresh, you can name it, and you can create the app, right? This works for games as well. Then what you want to do is you want to go into the code itself. Okay, well, it's still busy, yeah? So let's see if we can grab something. Well, let's see. We can grab that, bring that in here, then we say run. So what will then happen is it will take that code, it will bring it into Replit, and I can deploy it from Replit itself. So for you guys who do build something fantastic and great with Grok, and you want to deploy it, I would highly advise deploying it on Replit, because you sit with an entire dev team that can run and that can build alongside you, where you don't necessarily have to go and build everything yourself. That's just my opinion, that's my experience. Let me know if you guys built anything with Grok yet that's mind-blowing, and also let me know, what would you pay for this site? to get a site like this up and running, what would you say is the value in your understanding on what a site like this could go for? So there you have it. 2 platforms, 1 clear path forward for this specific build. You've seen how each one handled the identical challenge and which one separated itself from the pack. Again, Replit sits with an entire infrastructure that helps you to build the code, where Grok gets a bit different, right? Based on what I showed you guys here, Replit really dominates when it comes down to the flexibility and the instructions to build what you want. So if you guys want me to show you exactly step by step how I go through building these sites, do let me know down in the description below. And here's what really matters. You now have a framework for testing any AI tool you're considering. Same requirements, same desired outcome, and with different platforms. Let the actual platform guide your decision. If you are looking at using Replit, I do have a link down in the description that gives you Replit to try for free. And if you choose to sign up, you get $10 off, which is extremely beneficial in my opinion. But that's the kind of feedback that saves you weeks from trial and error. So what struck you the most about this comparison? Which result was most surprising? And I'm curious, what's a quick win project you're thinking about you could use this kind of process for? Also let me know down in the comments. And if we haven't met yet, I'm Johnny Null. My work has always been about partnering with founders and CEOs to bring structure and some form of intelligence to the challenges of building and growing businesses online. But I'm not here to talk about me. I'm here to help you right now. Choosing the right AI tools might feel like adding more complexity instead of providing clarity. On this channel, I share a different approach, so you don't have to waste time figuring out what works and what doesn't. In my experience, the future isn't about having every tool, it's about discernment, knowing which ones truly deliver when you need them to. If you're ready to build more AI-powered systems that actually align with your vision, we should probably touch base. And remember, the future belongs to leaders who test with diligence and build with discernment. If this comparison helped you to get some clarity or dodge a costly mistake, hit the subscribe button for more practical and real-world testing scenarios. See you in the next one.